okayfm 101.7.
Lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe, Director, Legal Affairs of the NDC. Law me mochi.
Rakami, Major Son of a Machow, Echawitipun Nanso.
Echefo nyina so echiwo so. Na se obubum enu ade esi wo court. Ede amayen Financial and Economic Crime Division 2. The esi wo ho a efa yewura Ato Forson woni yewura Richard Japa asem na wo kire mu sen de kire wiase.
Yo, nti emra ajiufo eko Poncho Pilato ho no. Omo de kwedu ebo ajinkwa Yesu. Poncho Pilato eka se kwedu na amodi afono no. Mindisa na monfanku bi kufo ana Tesana Pontius Pa.
I
Do the assembly echo judge on do. As far as criminal offenses, the procedure and everything is concerned. There's no express provision for misprior. So in circumstance, would decline jurisdiction.
In absence of any law, no, want me move, want me rule on that.
Exactly.
For mistrial application, okay.
Now, most me refer the contact of Attorney General for inquiry. And also, many who join it. And yeah, no.
okayfm
Rakami.
Yeah, me too. No.
What the you white paint a painting bar? Does it show or mean say a dear ewo grave no more and yet huh?
Me too.
If you wash a grave, I'm sorry, what the paint? I could pay a grave.
Obi naso.
Obi naso. Obi naso what the white paint? I could pay this. Does it should say you? What the white paint also so it does not contain bones and
There be still now be contain bones.
Simple. It's as simple as that. Now, 37. From 1992, what is a judge maybe? I say, you're not the general, you will for my strongly say, I dear oil. A billion year, my oil you. Mr. From 1992, when we say Bibisa Esida, say Attorney General, Eyenejuma, na Sebio, Judge Lee, I share the overall circumstance. Na waka say, a beye ni ya, adie men ye, Sebi. Se obanyansa for ni etu ne fo. Ana
I
se obanyansa for. Ono ni etu ne fo. Ana
Ani.
Na kasa bi wo ha ye kan ye say pride comes before a great fall. Ana see it what trial no.
Yeah, twaso.
Good. So let's see what will happen next.
Ayi ba ko judge ne ka.
Hold on. So uko judge bi ho. Na judge ne place call. No the phone no mouth. say we need ABCD and Kasa. Wait. Me say, pride comes before a great fall. Me, judge, Amani ruling. Sebi. Ghana Funina have the benefit of hearing the voice. Me no what can say. What you go for dame anywhere what can say. And then now our recording no and yenene. What be that?
Minti be that there.
Fantastic. Bra Kwame me no what can say is here. Se me can say Bra Kwame. Eno me can say o producer Emma me who say wo Kwame. What then so onko ji sika wo asimasi ho. Na me no udi nkomo na me ka sa. Senye no kra obeka immediately akyere me say law. Enye no kra se ma kyere me producer so onko ji sika wo bia ho ana. Ana. It is a me no wo e kasa na me ka say we na wo say me nkoye. Wo phone no so. We timi anka say asema wo ka no enye no kra. Menka se koye bibisa. Let's see how the coming days will turn out. Let's see how the coming days will turn out.
Now, we know more admitting to evidence, Anna. What no? A tape no.
But even in the ruling by the judge, or no, I can say the audio is admitted in evidence.
Yeah. Okay.
On what basis did she come to the conclusion? Say, because of the Attorney General having been involved in this, no, or to for be year on step aside. On what basis did she come to that conclusion? So it's based on the recording. One establishes say at least there had been a conversation between them. It was based on the I say OTA audio no 10 times. And I want it.
But
good. What?
But I say want it baby Godfred if in no mu ba say what can say ora jakpa.
Bra Kwame. Me na me ma we no say me ene wo enya enkomodie. Na me say Bra Kwame. Wo ka kire Isaac se onko jisika ewu bi asimasi ho embra se Bra Kwame one can try Isaac na me can start direct conversation with you. What will be your response?
My answer will be very definite. Some cancer
bring cancer and the conversation I Godfred any japa eka no say in semana japa eka no and you no question Godfred eka so on yes sir at a point so nipa na can say say Ato Forson sebe my conscience will not allow me to do that on the audio recording. If it's not the case, say one can't train us on this age what would have been your response? What would have been your response? It's not make us say, would the paint for it? A graver? Does it take away the fact that it contains carcass? Does it take the fact away that it contains a corpse?
Na lowe na no na obi argument bi say senka Attorney General no wo pese woru a jakpa eboa na wa mudi asemitia oru Ato Forson na enka ni pemu ko betimi attend into prosecution witness one turn no
the telephone conversation happened on the 9th of April.
Okay.
At that time, has the AG not closed his case?
No, close it.
So, Onipana or Kasano, why? So, AG is going to reopen his case?
No.
See.
Namibo, sir, or Ato Forson, so no one Ora Jakpa, they are jointly charged.
They are not jointly charged.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Obia has been charged on separate. There is no conspiracy charge among them.
Among them. Okay. Okay. And then
there's no conspiracy charge. If there is a conspiracy charge, that's a different matter.
Okay.
And in fact, that's the more reason why the Attorney General approached him.
Okay. Okay.
If they are jointly charged, and is a case on conduct, if they are conspiracy, we say me and we have agreed to do something, right? Most likely, one person cannot conspire. So once you find one guilty and it's a conspiracy charge, it may flow to the others. What I say?
Mm-hmm.
Unless the conspiracy is broken. And in that case, then it cannot be a conspiracy, because the word conspiracy is from the Latin word conspira, to breathe together.
Yeah.
What I say? To breathe together. So once that is not there, it doesn't come up. But this one...
And no crime say Latin word ni uchemwa con no eye with. And na spire no eye like
to breathe.
To breathe. The prefix in your con. Okay.
To breathe together. In this case, there's no conspiracy charge. And that is why it is convenient for the AG to say that, to approach him.
In all this, more BB will tape so ana adanse bia na oka specifically what say okanpa anana or select Japan say Japan nye.
Oh, the tape no dear. Sebi is a matter of public record. And people have formed their views on it. Me say, Brakwa me say bisawo. From the day I tape number, everything ne. What you go for me say? And nina ewo tape no so enye miana. You see, Emra, I think 97, 98, Clinton, and Monica Lewinsky. Talk as a issue, no. Hello, Brakwa.
Me was a pa.
Okay, Clinton, any Monica Lewinsky.
Pa.
Journalist Asia Clinton, no Bisan say, have you had any sexual relationship with Monica Lewinsky? Using his left, or say never. And even if he's lying, he man up. Godfrey Dame, from the time I see me, you know, and yet you know also. And yet you know also. A specific allegation had been made against your person, not the office. You. Or say, whoa, Kwame. And now, oh, friend, okay, A, B, C, D. You know, have a conversation. No, I will be fool so. Isaac, no, honor.
Daddy.
When it's all of Fred Isaac, so media dance, Mawa. I'm required to obey me. I say, and you see, yeah. Now, Bill Clinton is even better than you. You see, it is only a coward who will stand behind someone. Like I may be so, Sebi, I can make Obayaria, Unme Dromano.
There will be no drama yafo.
okayfm 101.
It's only a coward. Sebi. The conscience in the honor. Now, I've always said, no matter how much white peat you pour on a grave, it will never change the contents. It is still a grave, and it contains corpse. That is what it is.
Loy, and you want to say applications are medical in for want of a better word, court no shooting it down.
Sabi. My name the award judge. Major judge. Me Juma as a lawyer. Me Juma as a lawyer. Judge is Juma as a judge. At the end, Ghana Fuina will have the benefit of analyzing what happened.
Okay. Okay. Now, I say what case na trouble what do say?
What was that?
Case is a trouble what do say?
What kind of say a trouble what do say? Okay, so what they may running through.
Okay.
So I would say the criminal justice system, prosecution in the end into prosecution, ever found the witness about. For the witness be about. So in this particular case, first, Omudi will be Ghana ambulance service by or can I say you to turn on. You feel Omudi will be free Bank of Ghana because the LC request went to Bank of Ghana.
Letter of credit to know.
The request EFCO Bank of Ghana. So there will be a process a request now the Bank of Ghana by you to turn on. Former health minister and the Dean President Ajiman is it menu or
menu honorable
menu or by or begin the way in the to turn on. You in a investigator and so by and yet to turn on. So prosecution said, my closing my case. Then judge said, accused, open your defense. What I say? Then case lato on any the first accused, fair any witnesses, or fair any witness, first witness by Mr. Alex Mood. Second, in the Honorable said, take by in your closing your case. Now, only a 3 accused person, Attorney General. In fact, the second accused by witness boss will pin defense. Then later, now Oyare is in someone panel called India. Based on whatever Attorney General for Lady FN and Nolo Prosequa. It's not back any time you know. Later, Japan open the defense. Open the defense now, sir, and commodity a year then a berm. Namina make cross examine on. Question I may be signed on the Attorney General Council. Instead, so be defending on defend it Ato Forson. In a distance and when a year then at the buy. And the abbey do something. So, into a and rock crab. My lady man is ruling here, no, or can send me into a cross examination or so.
Who says who cross examination? Why?
Japa.
But Sanka prosecution a bedikai and a kawaba.
Okay, so what is a very interesting way? Into a Japa, a man, any defense area, no. Yeah, can say Attorney General in the kind. And the upper side and the council that be. Yeah, in the kind. Since you're not crying, you file a appeal in respect of that. And they apply for stay or proceedings. Once a judge can say only a year, not as a year cross examination. Into and also any air one. If we are Attorney General Ebeba, then we'll take it out from there.
Maminya eno wa ha na sesi ya campaign ekose His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Kwame ebiada okoku tujue so a na wabompae ama echi John Dramani Mahama senyankopon enkoso enhyeneden emra yewo campaign ni so nyame yadom one GPL2 for Asia mu the INN say one who say they are usually open campaigns, rallies, and others.
OKFM.
That face no ebeba. Baby, I hear do no say you share interest groups, associations, among other things. Into share on education sector unions now also NAS, NAGRAD, CHARS, and all those things. I could share more concerns with you. But what is it? On a GUTA, Ghana Union of Traders Association, and so could share more concerns. In fact, it was at the meeting with GUTA, and I ordered to just say, one of the things are the issue of fixed rates for importers and exporters. And the whole idea is Kwame, sebi. Ubi so be pia oye good in Obecho say in the year 2016, so 1 million Ghana cedis no ton obroni wa which made the $250,000 worth of obroni wa at the Ghana ebeton no anyane profit. And then because of the rapid depreciation of the cedi from 4 to 15 Ghana cedis, because of that, $250,000 worth of goods now ultimately bano. And then Yamame, Yenia Oton Broniwa, Okra 1 million Ghana cedis. It's me man only $70,000 worth of goods from $250,000 to $70,000. It being sita. Into the H. John Dramani Mahama, I can't show me none and say. You bet me a mamu, the friend fixed rates. And for the next 6 months, see a peg dollar no at 11 cedis. For the next 6 months, the over credit piano 11 cedis now be using. Oko ports is why. O port custom duties and others no. Can you imagine say they pay in dollars? If they say custom for because so use 15, 14. Abaya agrees say it will be at just 11. 11 it is 11 for the next 6 months. Now because it is 11 which me planning it gives you certainty. It gives you the opportunity to plan. Now making the answer now. Say, Bra Kwame, you don't have to increase the price of the goods because say for the next 6 months, this is how the exchange rate will be. Prices of goods are air cost astronomically, you can contain it. And GUTA believes that this is a very laudable thing. 7, H.E. John Dramani Mahama, the major concern at GUTA for Ewo, and then it says, Kwame, there will be a friend of foreign differential losses. Obekra dieno, Tama dieno beba, Obeka so beton dieno, na cedi na depreciating. Into we have more Ghana cedis to get the dollar in order to buy the items at Obabeton. But Oman that rate now, or yet let's say in the next 3 months, 6 months, the rate will be what it is. And they prefer that much. If you have only trade union congress, I could come. A honor woman who say this 24-hour economy way is a game changer, and Yamina Mekai, a TUC. Institute of Economic Affairs, Dr. John Kwachi, or the Achuga, or this 24-hour economy is a good thing. Magana Fujina and so. Respected organization, Ghana Federation of Labor, said this is a laudable initiative. Sebi. Namiti Nanabi. Sebi. Between TUC and Nanabi, I'll pick TUC. Between Ghana Federation of Labor, I'll pick them. Don Kwachi, a respected economist, I'll pick him. So it's a very simple. In terms of credibility, these are credible organizations. TUC, Guta. In fact, Guta for Kradi, a very interesting scenario. What call kinds is here? Uben will say, Tama, Sebium, Kwa Bomb Babetonium, Uben say car 18 hour, happen overloading Yoma. A proper functioning 24-hour system allows, and you may know, you'll be doing the uploading. But sometimes the traffic in Wakanshi and others are brought about because of these cars parked there doing loading, uploading, and others. Also, look, in a proper functioning, security, you can ensure that you do this uploading around that time.
Okay,
People are afraid someone yes and your manner in the night they'll be attacked. But if you can assure them, give them the proper incentive, police protection, among other things, when very simple. Sebi. Ubia OGD say review means cancellation. Oyan the den cry so the engagement at this level at H. John Dramani Mahama is at the level, the baseline level of retailing the campaign to interest group. Remember, say, usually a manifesto, no, we prefer consulting before we put it together. Yempe Sakukwa Nancy Subaino. Mekai in 2020, a call out. A call can say we want to engage people before we put up the manifesto. You know, before, so we lack ideas. And it's in a YPC engaging people. Sebe, a bear say Yankupombo Niviasno, or the Yansen United Ma MPP for Kukwa Nancy. They know it all. We in the NDC, we don't believe we know it all. Sebi. Eye yenim. A hantai je yenim yasimun semu nyinano. And then the economy na bedu empempenswe. Yempenasa.
Okay.
If you engage Ghana for timemu for, my dream in the same. A democracy. We are building this democracy together. Yempe that impression to be created say we know it all. So H. John Dramani Mahama in 2020 upon consultation, and you might be prayed, and then we'll put the People's Manifesto together. Sebi, and then MPP who said no, it is good to consult. And who said Dr. Bamia is catching up, trying to move around to consult people. We are always the pace setters. Now they have seen, say, Kwekwanansi Subaino, Yenimnino, does not help in building a nation. We have put a manifesto together.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, very, very soon, we'll be adoring the manifesto.
Okay.
Then a campaign like the outdoor, the usual, platform conversation, will flow. But so far, it's been so good.
So good.
We have a flag bearer, we have a running mate, and we are determined to prosecute issue-based campaign.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you say H. John Dramani Mahama, affable, gentle, credible, trustworthy, a responsible leader a responsible leader.
Okay.
Now, John Dramani Mahama said, "You own nursing PSO and can say, wait here, I'm a driver's mate.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. Dabida."
Now, my name Famra, we answer no community say we dey open them now. Now what ye Donald Trump or no so trial no. And later I heard say a trial by jury. And Papa no are finding guilty of all the 34 counts. Now, Ebinum say, oh, there be unreal, bet them busy there be, oh, former US president, the other night got to say, a supposed candidate for the Republicans. What do you make of it?
As you are aware, he is a presumptive flag bearer for the Republican Party.
Exactly.
U.S. Constitution provided only 3 criteria to become president. You must be an American citizen.
By birth.
So you should be an American citizen. You should have been born in America and should have stayed, I think, 15 years. These 3. Nothing more, nothing else. A convicted felon is not a disqualifying criteria.
Oh, okay.
So, Oshaya, in 1920, there was a presidential candidate who ran the campaign from prison, Debs. What does it? He was charged for sedition and convicted. By the time of the campaign, he was in prison. So he ran the presidential campaign of 1920-21 or so from a federal prison. What does it? So in the U.S., once you are convicted, it is not a bar from running.
Na eno na se me fa ne se bia ya incarcerated into prison custody. Na odaho na or running.
What it means is that the prison will now become the White House.
Very interesting.
Because of this, there has been a further question. Can the president pardon himself?
Or grant himself a parole?
Or will the young kind of pardon?
Pardon, okay.
So Trump gets elected November 7th. By January, he gets sworn in. Immediately he's sworn in, granted even in prison. Can he immediately grant himself a pardon? Now, another issue.
When him say be a more amendments to be a one amendment to the U.S. Constitution, when is there a lacuna?
I think they were deliberate about it.
Okay.
You see, conviction, prosecution, if you allow it to be a disqualifying ground, it can be dangerous. So I'll give you an example. President Lula
of Brazil. Okay.
In 2019 or so, the Workers' Party of Brazil nominating him as their flag bearer. Shortly, he was convicted for corruption and put in prison. By reason of that conviction, he was barred from contesting. So the running mate in the contest against Jair Bolsonaro. What does it? Now, it turned out, interestingly said, the judge who presided over the case was always having meeting with the prosecutors. Prosecutors never caught. Now, who said, case no more you call them on phone. You send them a message, sometimes criticizing them. Do this, do that. So it denied Lula the opportunity of contesting. Now, guess what? It will impose, I think, 12 years imprisonment term. Then a group in Brazil decided to investigate the whole case. They ended up hacking into the phone records and others of the judge, coaching prosecutors and others. It was so much of an embarrassment to the Brazilian judiciary. So the Supreme Court quashed the conviction and he was released. By which time, Jair Bolsonaro was going for his second term. Now against Lula. And Lula defeated him in the election.
Wow.
And Lula defeated him. And that is how Jair never got his second term. Which is the Ghanaian scenario. Possibly because we have learned from all America and other countries. So we have made conviction a disqualifying ground. In which Article 94, the cat says, if you have been convicted of an offense involving dishonesty, stealing, defrauding by false pretense, perjury, that kind of thing, you are disqualified. And other crimes are, you are disqualifying from contesting. Because
Article 94, no, subject to the provisions of this article, a person shall not be qualified to be a member of parliament unless, one, a citizen of Ghana has attained blah 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 one criteria no ewo.
No, now so go to D.
The D. Okay. To A, okay. The D say or has been found by the report of a commission or a committee of inquiry to be incompetent to hold public office, or is a person in respect of whom a commission or a committee of inquiry has found that while being a public officer, he acquired assets unlawfully, defrauded the state, or misused or abused his office, or willfully acted in a manner prejudicial to the interests of the state, and the findings have not been set aside on appeal or judicial review, or under a sentence of death or a sentence of imprisonment imposed on him by any court, and is not qualified to be registered as a voter under any law relating to public elections.
A conviction by a court. So, okay.
Court, no, which jurisdiction of the court?
No, it matters not.
Okay.
Once the court of competent jurisdiction,
right,
district court, circuit, high court, or whatever. It's okay. In 1996, Emra Onumnyam for Quantini. A year so be contested the MPP flag bearership. Yeah, my media friend Rosemary Ekwam. Echo Court. Sue Quantini, sue the MPP and sue the Attorney General. The contest in United said PNDC Abreso. Quantini was convicted, I think, for treason or those stuff, right? And 10 years has not elapsed. That's what I say. 10 years has not elapsed. After 10 years, you can hold such office. So from the time of conviction, 10 years should have elapsed.
Now, Sadia way, yeah, Papa Piani, I'm funny, easy crowd.
Ama some court Supreme Court no. Supreme Court any year my Rosemary Ekwam. Say ya dream. Say ya no correct. Obia ya convicted na 10 years and my idea. And ya dear said you obit me di or man penny amana yi. And that is how the respected economist Kwame Nkrumah, which me and contested the MPP flag bearership.
Enti any a young shot dear a Trump dear ye besie.
Into at least for whatever is worth. I don't know whether the Ghana DNAU and America for DNAU.
But I think say the India is so definite.
It leaves no ambiguity, and like I pointed out, the Supreme Court had even had the occasion of deciding on it. America the end is slightly, I think, is the opposite of what we have.
All right. Madam Asilo. Basement I say lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe, Director Legal Affairs of the NDC, and then actually in common patch.
OKFM 101.7.